I'm crying in Mrs. Doubtfire, okay? When he loses custody of his kids, I'm crying, okay?
Yeah.
I want to stay with him, Daddy. I want to be with Daddy.
This podcast sucks.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A mother's dream, premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a good guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just so good guys. Whoa.
Is Barron Trump too tall?
Yes. No, the thing is, he's too tall. He looks, I saw a hysterical, I'm sure you saw the same video where they made him like actually 45 feet tall. Did you see that video?
No.
I have to find it and send it to you. It's Trump and Melania. They're walking into the White House and Barron is behind them, but they made him 50 feet tall.
Whoa.
Walking behind them. It's so funny. Yeah, he's tall. Jealous. Oof. That's good height.
We touched on the inauguration last episode. First, I want to just say something. Somebody was giving us crap about us talking about the fires and whatnot, and they're like, "You shouldn't get political on the show." And I felt inclined to say one thing. First of all, it's not political. It's in my backyard. It's like 10 miles away. It's like affected everything. Like so many people I've known. So like it would be weird to not talk about a literal fire in my backyard. But more so, the beauty of this podcast, what you people don't know. You think Ben and I, we have such differing viewpoints. The truth is, we are so close on everything we think. And what's cool is a little bit of conflict. We know what sells. The truth is, we go out, we eat steak together, we're laughing, we're booking more Hero Bread spots. We have no conflict. But the beautiful thing about our relationship, I find, is that you give your opinion on something, I give my opinion on something, and if you really had to find the truth of the situation, it's probably somewhere in the middle of what both of us said. And we know that. And I think that's something that should be more embraced.
I completely agree. And if you don't want us to... The term political, fires are not political. There's nothing, perhaps you politicized the fire,
right?
You see? But fires aren't political. Politics are political. And the only time that we're ever going to talk about something is when we want to, because this is our show. And when we want to escape, we escape. And when we want to dive in, we dive in. And that's the beauty, folks. The beauty of us having our own show. So if you had an issue with us talking about the fires, take it up with Karen. Karen! It's her fault!
Karen Bass Pro Shop. Can you imagine the collab?
Oh my God, my head just exploded. Oh my God, Karen Bass Pro Shop. That is a dream.
Somebody call Lauren and Michael Bostic. I see a podcast.
I see it too.
Karen Bass, like having an outdoorsman series because she won't be mayor anymore.
No, she's going to be a part of the homeless population. You're going to feed her and feed the streets.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
But I have to say, Josh, I messaged this to you. The work that you do, I don't know if everybody knows this. And yeah, maybe he posts about it because he wants us to know he's doing it. But Josh does so much charitable work. He's out here feeding these streets. He's there looking for an extra Nutri-Grain bar. Can you give him some more non-perishables?
Yes.
Okay? He needs non-perishables for these people that are hungry. Josh is out here every day just feeding the streets. And I just have to say, Josh, bravo.
Love you, Ben. Thank you. You and your wonderful wife are incredibly benevolent and philanthropic. And you're right. I would give myself, I would say 1 out of 4 posts are for me with the charity stuff. And, you know, my favorite quote is do something good and don't get caught doing it, right? It doesn't count if you tell people, oh, you'll never guess how good I was today. But these organizations I work with, like Feed the Streets and so on, like we need volunteers. It's great when people donate so that we can, feed first responders, or we do 4 feeds a week on LA's Skid Row and in MacArthur Park. And, having a big social media following helps support that. So a lot of times they want a shout out, and I'm happy to oblige. So yes, I love the compliments, but I'm mostly doing it to help these organizations.
I feel like, though, there's enough sponsors, there's enough big companies, there should never be the lack of non-perishables at a Feed the Streets event that you're at. These people need to pony up, okay? I'm trying to think of what sponsors we have that are in that universe. But, donate some free snacks. Where, they're not a sponsor, but, where the fuck is Kind Bar? Kind Bar can't give you 9 million Kind Bars. They can. They can.
I think they probably. No. I mean, it has been. We through my buddy Nick Antonian and some very reputable Armenians from the Valley, they created an amazing donation center at the Santa Anita racetrack where I was for the 2 weeks after the fires, and the amount of donations was so incredible. People were so generous, so many different companies, so many people sending just truckloads, pallets of water and foods and things. And it was my buddy Nick's friend Ponch, who was the head of all of it. And I don't think he appreciated that every time I saw him, I was like, I just want to hang out with you and call it the Ponch Bowl. Or if you and I go on vacation, that would make you Tropical Ponch. Good. If I can tell my kids anything, if I have to and it'd be interesting for you to start thinking about this. I'd love to hear what you think, because you're a deeply good person, Benjamin, is I think if I had to tell my kids one thing, it would be that, giving back is the cover charge for your life.
Totally.
It's kind of it. It's just it's the only free high I've found in life, and it will set a great cycle of goodness in your life going.
As Jews, we learn about it from a young age. I'm sure everybody does. But I distinctly remember, I actually don't remember what my mitzvah project was, LOL. But you have a mitzvah project for your bar or bat mitzvah. And the whole thing is surrounding what good are you going to do in the world? And in Judaism, I don't do this. I should do this. You're actually supposed to give 10% of everything you make to charity.
Right.
10%. And I would like to reach a place where I can do that. One day I hope to be able to do that. Today I'm not doing that. I do give as generously as I feel I can, but I can't give that much yet. But yes, giving back is everything. And when you get somebody, an appreciative person, nothing feels better. I know that's not why you're doing it, but nothing feels better. I'm going to tell a story that I never wanted to tell because I did it out of the goodness of my heart. But this city is so fucking cold, Josh. I'm on my way home 2 weeks ago, and I see outside of Bloomingdale's, there is a homeless man whose right hand is literally purple. He's sitting on the street. His hand is fucking purple. I go into Bloomingdale's. I'm like, I'm going to buy this guy gloves and a scarf. I go to the men's section. Do you know that the cheapest glove in Bloomingdale's? Actually, guess. What do you think is the cheapest pair of gloves in Bloomingdale's? Men's store brand.
Bloomingdale's store brand? They're
Yes.
$50.
$98.
Wow.
I spent $250 on a scarf, men's Bloomingdale's brand scarf and gloves. I gave it to this guy, and when I tell you, it was a look from God. His hands were so cold. So I'm telling this story because it's important to do the right thing. It feels good to do the right thing, and it can become addicting. So give. If you see a homeless man on the street, give the homeless man money. Of course, not if he looks scary. Don't look him in the eye if he looks scary to you. But if he doesn't look scary or she looks scary, give the money because you really don't need the $10. I'm sorry. You don't. Give it to him or her.
Yeah.
He needs it.
And I would check your intellectual fortitude. If you're using some intellectual justification of why I'm not going to give money because of this, I'm or have you considered maybe you're just greedy?
Yeah.
Whatever you've told yourself to make it okay to not. I love Robbie Hoffman talks about this all the time. I love what she said on our pod, that her mother, when she was growing up, and she talked about having huge financial struggles, and her mom would sometimes see a homeless person and give them a $5, and she'd be like, a $5? I thought we're tight. I thought we're broke, and you're giving not giving just a $1, you're giving a $5. And the mother would be like, sometimes you have to, give it away, even if just to remind yourself that you can, right? Like in this situation, you can. So I try to remember that. And I think it's actually better to give straight to the people, which is why I like Feed the Streets, because we're small and scrappy, than a huge charity organization.
This is the problem, honestly. I have problems with giving money on a link to these huge places and not knowing where it's going. Like I can't donate $1,000 to a random organization, but you also can't give it to one person because that just doesn't, like, there needs to be somewhere in between. There needs to be a place. I think that people would give so much more if they actually felt like what they were giving was going somewhere. Like I remember, I'm sure you know this, Wounded Warrior Project. It came out that they literally kept 75% of the money. Something insane. So I'm giving all of this money to U.S. veterans' families, thinking that I'm supporting them. Meanwhile, this charity's getting rich, and it only takes one bad apple to create a stigma that when you donate to a huge company with all of these important people on payrolls that you just have no idea. So I think that the system is a little bit broken here, where we need to feel confident that when we give money, it goes to the right place. And if we did feel that way, I think a lot more people would do it.
You know what the second part of one bad apple is? That saying?
Two bad apples?
One bad apple ruins the barrel.
Yeah.
Ruins the barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the way, you ever seen apples in a barrel? I haven't.
No.
It's weird.
No.
No,
One
bad apple ruins the display at Safeway. That's what it should be.
Exactly.
One bad apple skeeves you out.
It's nasty.
Oh my God. You ever had
a bad apple is gross.
Bruised apple? Fuck, dude.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Quip. Folks, brushing your teeth can be a chore. Not for me. I brush nonstop, no matter what those slanderous women at the toast say. I brush in the morning. I brush at night. I brush every single time I take a shower. It's something that I do. I love to shower, and when I shower, I brush my teeth. What's wrong with that? That said, it's a lot easier to build a habit when you use an electric toothbrush. And I am here to tell you about the new Quip 360 oscillating toothbrush that literally revolves around you. Finally, an electric toothbrush that doesn't overcomplicate the most basic daily ritual. Quip 360 is a bold, simple design that comes in multiple colors and is ultra quiet for a super clean without being super annoying. Accepted by the American Dental Association, Quip 360 is scientifically proven to remove up to 11 times more plaque, 11, between teeth compared to a manual toothbrush, and provide up to 2 times more whitening on day 1. If you don't absolutely love your Quip 360, return it for free within 30 days. How easy is that? If you do love it, brush easy knowing you get a free lifetime warranty for purchasing on getquip.com, QUIP.com, and the opportunity to subscribe to refill heads by mail every 3 months so you never have to go into the store. Just for listeners of Good Guys, that's right, this is exclusive. Get 20% off site-wide and a free travel case and countertop stand at getquip.com/goodguys. Free your mouth today and save 20% site-wide, plus a free travel case and countertop stand at getquip.com/goodguys. getquip.com/goodguys.
One thing, and I love sharing this with you, Ben, you are going to see with kids, you're going to have to take out a home loan for berries. The amount of fucking berries that you go through with these children, who knew these berries could be eaten so much? And I have not found a sound set of berries since I've had children. These things, they grow mold faster than you can imagine.
It's no good. I've been on quite the blueberry kick. I've been a little bit hungry at night. I'm looking for something to snack on. I started to dip my toe, Josh, into Greek yogurt. I like to take a little Greek yogurt, a little granola, a little honey, a little berries. I might as well be eating a Snickers. That's how much sugar is in what I'm eating at night. 2 nights ago, Josh, I blacked out, and I must have had like an entire pint of Faye yogurt.
Oh my God, you're such a food addict.
With like a mountain of blueberries, so much healthy
The
granola.
Ozempic in your body was like, no. No!
Like, the pint containers I'm talking about of yogurt.
It's massive.
I had a pint. I looked at Claudia. I'm like, oh my God.
It's a trough.
I was like, oh my God, my stomach, my gas could literally kill someone.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible.
Your stomach's name
the
was
blueberry.
Yorgos after that.
But yeah, the blueberries were no good. Blueberries were no good. Strawberries, I find, last a little bit longer. Blackberries, yeah, the berries. It's a big berry kick. I love berries.
Well,
Yeah.
we got to talk to somebody at Big Berry because they're making sure that these things. I mean, I'm getting 36 hours out of these things sometimes, and you always see the TikTok trends where people go, "Oh, you got to wash it in 50% vinegar." I'd rather throw them away. I'd rather lose
I'm not
all my
putting
money.
vinegar on my fruit.
I know.
Vinegar belongs nowhere near fruit. Nowhere.
I know that.
I don't want that. That's no good. Also, the reason why they're dead when they get to you is because it probably took like 2 weeks for them to get to the grocery store. They sat at the grocery store for a week, and then you got them.
We
need farm to table.
Well, the great Anthony Bourdain quote is when he says, "I've never eaten a restaurant that isn't farm to table. Where else is the food coming from?"
Well, yes, it's true. But I don't want any middleman.
Right.
Farm table. Quick, in and out.
I have such a routine at night to walk off my anxiety. Once my children are asleep, from like 8 to 9, I'll walk to the local supermarket in my town, which is about a mile away from my house. And I see all my friends in the supermarket, and I peruse the discount cart because I want to see the damaged product. And 90% of the time, I don't get it. But then, like, sometimes I'll get a chunky peanut butter 50% off, and I'm walking home, ripping pods, eating fucking Zins, and living a great life.
Not you. It's so funny. I've never seen a discounted section in a grocery store.
Oh,
Maybe
please.
It's not
Maybe
a New
not
York
on
thing.
the Upper East Side.
No, by the way, in New York, they leave it with everything else dented. Like, fingers crossed he buys it. Like, it's just open. Like, they're trying to trick you. Like,
The
that's
best,
so funny.
The best with kids is when you're going and I'll be with Max and Shy, and we'll be at the supermarket or at Costco or whatever, and they'll be hungry or I'll be hungry, and I'll just rip open a package of something that's in the cart, and my son Max will be like, like, but Papa, he doesn't call me Papa. I don't know why I said that. But he'll be like, but Mr. Peck, like, you can't eat it. We haven't paid for it. And I'll be like, I could eat all of it if I want to. Like,
I'm a big eat in line guy.
Oh yeah, babe.
Big eat in line. I'm also a big walking eater. When it's not 10 degrees, literally, Josh, I can't feel either of my big toes. It's that cold in this room. Like, they're frozen solid. When it's not this cold, I will go get a salad, and I will eat the salad as I walk.
Love it.
You'll catch me with a bowl in my left hand, a fork in my right, and I'm eating and walking. I'd say more of my lunches are spent walking than sitting.
Totally. As it should
But I always
be.
think to myself, like, am I going to choke? Is that how you find out that I died? I got a piece of salmon lodged in my throat because I was eating a salad while walking?
Worth it.
I guess so.
What are you
It
gonna
could be.
sit? These people, when they're at Starbucks and they've got 3 computer monitors out, and I'm like, I know you're unhoused. How do you have this many electronics? No, but like, and they sit and they enjoy their meal. Ugh.
And how do you have the time?
Yeah.
How do you have the time to enjoy meals like that in the middle of the day? You don't have anything better to do? Like, I'm just an impatient person. If I can pick up 5 minutes, I'm picking it up.
Yeah. My wife hates. I'm right out of the pot over the stove, 3 to 7 minutes, and she's like, I made this. Like, you could plate it, couldn't you? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I live with Danielle Ballou. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. Like, can we just eat it out of the all-clad? Can we eat it out of the caraway pot? Paige!
Yeah.
You
By the way,
have
how
so
is she-
many burners. There's one meal, 19 burners. We need these many
much.
burners.
Oh, we've been watching. When was the last time? Have you watched Barefoot Contessa from the beginning?
Not from the beginning, but I've watched it for 20 years.
You must watch it from the beginning, Josh. First of all, Ina Garten is a queen.
Yeah.
She has all these gay guys over. She's kissing them all on the lips. I've never seen something. Poor Jeffrey. He's just there. He's sitting there in the corner while she's smooching her interior designer. But the show is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The amount of waste, though, that she has with the pots, which is what made me think of it. She will take something out of her pan, put it into a bowl, out of a bowl, into another bowl, into the other bowl, into the food processor.
Love. Queen.
She doesn't care. She's not doing the fucking dishes.
Ina's kissing gay men. Hold on, I'm trying to think. So, could you imagine if we could just free kiss some lesbians? Like,
you had to see it. I only brought it up because I was so shocked. She's like, "How are you?" I'm like, "Oh, this is cable." Like,
oh, hello, Dale.
yeah. And you see Dale like this.
Chip and Dale are two of our oldest friends, and boy, is Dale good at kissing. Chip loves my roast chicken, and Dale loves my lips.
And oh my God, Josh, does she love salt? She'll put salt in everything. In the vinaigrette, on the salad, on the steak, and at the very end, could use a little bit more salt. Everything needs more salt. And you know what, Josh? She's right.
Totally. And
Everything could use a little more salt.
well, you're an authority. You're a chef, so tell me if this is right. And it's another Bourdainism, but it's something I experienced the other day at this great restaurant called Cento in the West Adams district in Los Angeles. It's they have an open kitchen concept, and part of the kitchen, my buddy Avner's the owner. It's so good. It's like Mediterranean, Italian. I know that Italian is Mediterranean technically, but not in the way you would think. But they have some incredible pastas and things. And Bourdain always says the biggest difference between going out and eating at home is a stick of butter. He's like,
Yes.
there is a stick of butter in your food when you go out, and that's why you like it so much. And you know what?
100%.
Watching them cook for an hour, I was like, oh yeah, they are liberal.
1,000%. I'm there watching Ina. She's making a rib roast, Josh. She made her own. It's an herb butter. She put butter all over the whole roast. This is a big roast. She buttered the whole roast. Put it into the oven. I'm positive it was the best ever. It's the same thing with Luger's. I love a Luger's steak, but the reason that you love a Luger's steak is because they are putting a whole stick of butter on the steak.
Yes.
A whole stick. And that's why people always complain about kosher steakhouses. They're like, why doesn't it taste good? Because there's no butter. They don't mix milk and meat. That's why it's worse. Sorry. Somebody needs to find a suitable alternative to butter. Because it's not margarine.
You could put a heaping dose of olive oil on it. The problem is too is that it's the meat's salted for your kashrut.
Some cuts are more salted than others. Some aren't, like really like a skirt that's super salted for sure, and you need to get out the salt. But the nuance is, I'm telling you, it's the butter. The butter is the real problem. That's the real problem.
Olivia, what's like the meal, like a date night meal, or the meal that a young Ethan trying to make you swoon? Like, what would be the perfect meal for that for you?
For me, honestly, like a well-prepared steak, like a New York strip, really well prepared with like some delicious roasted vegetables. Like I need them seasoned well, like a good, perhaps like a crisp on it. I'm not entirely sure, but anything with a big steak and some roasted potatoes too on the side. That's it for me. I'm going, wow.
I'm in.
Love.
I would love a steakhouse steak, some good sides, a green spinach,
Hot.
a nice mashed potato.
But that's
Starving.
But that's also the problem with traditional steakhouse places, like the great Jerry G, and I've talked about this before, Jerry Greenberg of Sugarfish and Kazunori, and the genius behind all of it. He has a place called Matu in Beverly Hills, which is a steakhouse I love, because they do have a cream spinach, they do have some sides, but they're all super light and good, and the focus is on the Wagyu Australian steak. and it's just not. You're not going to get your ass kicked, and you'll certainly be full, but it's not the same as going to a Mastro's or a Morton's where you can be eating 8 pounds of butter cake and 3 bread baskets.
That sounds so good, though.
Oh, it's so good.
That sounds so good.
Love.
What I would do for that butter cake.
Beyond.
That butter cake.
Beyond.
It is it.
Yeah.
It's it.
It is it.
What's the difference between cream spinach, Josh, and spinach artichoke dip besides the artichoke?
I guess in theory, cheese, right? There's traditionally not cheese in cream spinach, is there?
I guess just heavy cream.
Right.
I actually,
and flour.
yeah, no, you're right.
They do a roux.
A roux. They thicken it.
Yes.
They thicken it.
A
Perhaps.
roux McClanahan. Shout out the Golden Girls.
Perhaps. And before we move off of steaks, people were very upset at me. I bought a Wagyu and I marinated it, and people were very upset at me. The steak was fantastic, but they said, you do not marinate a Wagyu. You do not. Otherwise, you're not entitled to buy a Wagyu. So I apologize to the culinary community. That said, also, fuck you, okay?
What the hell
Fuck
do
you.
they know? I will say it looked more like a rib roast. Like it looked like a skirt steak. It didn't look like a proper.
It was a kosher Wagyu. It wasn't this.
Okay.
It wasn't this.
All right.
It's funny. Cousine wrote under Snake River. I'm like, I wish.
Same here.
Snake River. It's Shlomo River.
Shlomo River.
It's the Dead Sea.
It's a Shunda River.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Mack Weldon. Folks, we know men are hard to shop for. You ask us, what do you want, honey? And we say, nothing. And then you end up getting us something and we hate it, okay? We hate it. That's the problem, folks. The problem is we don't give straight answers. So why don't you make sure that you get us something that we're really going to love and go to Mack Weldon, okay? Mack Weldon has everything. And I mean everything to make sure that your man looks incredibly stylish, very key to season. I'm telling you, it is the wardrobe upgrade that he's been wanting. He just doesn't know it. And he's going to really, really, really appreciate it because their products are the perfect sweet spot. Don't compromise on comfort or style. They're super easy fitting, and you can find everything in one place at MackWeldon.com. So whether you're looking for a light as air underwear for him, anti-odor tees because he's smelly, or machine washable sweaters, Mack Weldon has a full range of clothes that make the perfect gifts for the holiday season. Also, you can bundle and save up to $50 when you build a 5-pack of underwear, socks, undershirts, or tees. So why not upgrade his underwear drawer this Valentine's Day? Folks, I've been getting Mack Weldon's classic tees. They're Pima cotton. They're fantastic. Not too pricey. It's a great value, but the material, ooh, they are fantastic and soft. I'm telling you, you absolutely must try some of their products for your husband or boyfriend. Things that you could consider, okay? Air knit boxer briefs, give his underwear drawer an upgrade. Or maybe silver tees, balancing comfort and class. Or perhaps the Ace sweatpants, giving his old pair a major upgrade with their best-selling sweatpants. So folks, get the perfect gift for him from Mack Weldon. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code GOODGUYS. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code GOODGUYS.
Well, we should definitely get to some stories. And in the New York Post, a bride duped into marrying influencer in fake ceremony for followers, but it was actually an elaborate scam. Here comes the bride, but the groom lied. Most newlyweds
It's good.
get a shiny toaster or a new fat check in celebration of their holy matrimony. However, this troubled twosome just got an annulment by request of the furious bride, who claims she thought that her wedding ceremony was a social media prank and not a legally binding union. He told me that he's organizing a prank wedding for his social media. The unnamed woman, a 20-something from Melbourne, Australia, recently explained to a family court judge. To be precise, Instagram continued continued the bamboozled bride, saying the fella had 17,000 followers. He wants to boost his content and wanted to start monetizing his Instagram page with a fake sham wedding. Turns out it was real.
This girl is nuts.
Yeah.
What are you agreeing to? This is your fault. You walked in. What is it? You lie down with dogs. You wake up with fleas. This guy is no good. You agreed to marry somebody for a prank. He wasn't even famous yet. To help him go viral? What are you, nuts?
You hang
Your
out
fault,
in the
lady.
barbershop.
Your fault.
You get a
Your fault.
haircut.
Your fault, lady. Your fault.
Totally. And even if it was true, even if he was a successful TikToker, like, you're marrying a successful TikToker. No thanks.
No, I don't want that.
What's next? A podcaster? Also in the New York Post, want to have better sex? Find yourself a man who cries, experts say. Catch of a lifetime. I told you, Paige. I told you. Boys who blubber make better lovers. Turns out sobbers are better in the sack. Men who cry are the best lovers. Mariana Lazarus said, relationship expert and author of Men Need Love Too. Oh my God, this was like written from me to Paige. It's been rough. They get pregnant, all of a sudden you don't exist anymore. It's fine. And you're not allowed to say anything.
You did.
I know. I know. You're creating life, but I'm creating loneliness here on the couch. I could use a cuddle. You cuddle the baby all day. It's in you. Big baby needs love too. The fine line between vulnerability and masculinity is the biggest challenge for men. She explained that finding a man in touch with his emotions will allow people to find the catch of a lifetime rather than just a day. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was laughing too hard. I missed the whole. I missed the whole thing. What the hell is this?
I guess just
That
find yourself
you
a
find a
low
lover
T
that
cock
cries?
and
Okay.
And you'll be happy forever.
I can say, kudos to Claudia. I'm a crier.
True that.
I see a nice movie where at the end, like a Homeward Bound, I'm crying Homeward Bound, Josh.
Oh my God, who
Dog
is
comes
it?
home, I'm
Kidding?
crying. I'm crying in Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay? When he loses custody of his kids, I'm crying. Okay?
Yeah.
So
We want to stay.
I guess I'm good in the sack.
We want to stay with him. What is Marvel's?
I want to stay with him, Daddy. I want to be with Daddy.
This podcast sucks.
Oh my God, that movie is so good. It's so good. Oh, sir, I saw it. It was an angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, it was a run-by fruiting. Also, how did they get Pierce Brosnan? Was he just in 007 or had he not done it yet?
I don't know, but it's Pierce Brosnan. It's Sally Field, brilliant actor. I mean, Harvey Fierstein. Come on.
No. This is, I go around town, or I went around town for at least 2 years shouting from the rooftops, people need to watch Mrs. Doubtfire. They did. It literally won an Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
They watched it and they loved it. It was incredibly critically acclaimed.
Title. Ben thought he was gatekeeping Mrs. Doubtfire.
I fully thought for years, I was like, you guys have to watch this movie. And then...
That's shelter, bro.
And then I found out, yeah, bro, we did.
Beloved.
Bro, we saw it. We loved it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Birdcage?
Have I seen The Birdcage? One of the greatest
Now
movies
that
ever.
movie, I'm convinced not enough people have seen. And that is a great movie.
Everyone older than you has seen it, right? That's the hard part is I think that people, and I think that I really believe there was a cutoff and it's people 30 and below. I think you have much more in common with people my age and up until 40s and early 50s. Your references are much closer than someone who's 24.
Of course.
right?
Because I see one new movie every 4 years. I listen to one new song every 4 years. Everything is older. Everything. Also, though, these movies are just better. They're better.
Right.
Sorry. They're much better. Nathan Lane is a stud.
Right. Oh, The
That's
Birdcage, which is based on one of the great musicals called La Cage aux Folles, which came out in the 70s. Brilliant. And then they turned it into a movie. I mean, and people are going to be like turning off the pod because whatever, but screw you. It is Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, Gene Hackman, brilliant. Diane Wiest, who plays his wife, Hank Azaria, in maybe one of the great performances ever. I don't like shoes. Okay.
Yeah, so good.
It is so fucking
By the way,
good.
the only reason you should be turning off the podcast is to watch The Birdcage. If you have my permission. You can resume it
brilliant-
afterwards, but it's brilliant.
And you also have to appreciate, because whenever that came out in 94 or whatever, like, I'm so glad that today that two men being married and being introduced to their son's fiance's family, who's like from the Midwest and more in quotes traditional or whatever. Now that just seems as natural can be, and it should be. But in the 90s, that was fucking daring. Like a movie
Totally.
like that was new, and it was done so well.
But Robin was daring. And then we can go off Robin Williams. But Robin Williams, every single movie was daring. Everything that he did, he was so funny. He was so compassionate. I'm going to cry. It's back to being a crier. That's why
Yeah.
I'm good in the sack. He's smart, he's funny, and he's dead. And that really sucks.
He was one of the greats, and I remember I did, it's a meme that has even gone around even more as of recently, of me cursing out a bunch of kids on a boat when I was very overweight.
What? Send it to me. I've never seen
How
that.
have you not seen this? You're
don't know.
Mr. Oh,
I don't know.
I made this movie. Yeah, I can already tell. Olivia knows.
Yeah.
So it's a meme of me when I was 16 in a movie called Mean Creek, where the conceit of the movie is I'm a bully and I beat up this kid at the beginning of the movie, Rory Culkin, Kieran's little brother, and he and his older brother and a couple other kids decide, like, this bully sucks. We're going to invite him out on this boat trip, and we're going to say it's a birthday party, and we're going to really befriend him, and then we're going to play a really evil trick on him. And it goes really terribly. And that scene is me getting wind of the plan, and that this wasn't them trying to endear me to the group, because as, of course, the day goes on, they find out, like, I have a learning disability. I'm totally misunderstood. I don't mean it. I'm so happy to have friends in this moment, and they start to feel really bad about what's going on. But anyway, we made this movie for $300,000. It won Sundance. It did really well. And we won a special distinction award at the Independent Spirit Awards, because we were all like between 14 and 18. And it was like these 6 performances of like these pretty unknown kids. So they were like, we don't know whether to give them, like, put them in a category together, but then they have to like beat each other to see who wins. Let's just give them, the movie and their performance, a special distinction award. And Robin Williams was there. And I was the one who gave the speech for the award, and I did a pretty good job because I like had some jokes written and I worked on it. And he came up to me and my mom after and was like, so lovely. He went on to make a joke on the stage. He was like, want to congratulate the Mean Creek cast and Josh Peck, who will be the future head of Paramount. It was just like really nice. I'll never forget that my mom actually, Robin Williams came over and was schmoozing with us, and my mom goes, I'm calling my brother. And Robin Williams had to say hi to my Uncle Richard.
It's so classic.
And
oh my God, that's amazing.
the end of the story is, years later, I did another indie movie with his daughter, Zelda, after he had passed away. And we were just chatting, and she like somehow could see it in my eyes, and she was like, you loved my dad, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, he meant so much to me. And she was like, when he was doing, maybe I won't share the story. Ooh, that's a good, I'll tell you, Ben, off mic, and you, Olivia.
You have to, and then we'll turn it into an 8-minute clip.
I don't know. I don't know. I would have to ask her if it's okay for me to share it. But
Fine.
she told me an awesome story about when he was in Good Morning Vietnam, like a very special story about him. And it's just innocent and interesting. I just don't know if she's ever told it publicly. But it was just, she's awesome and great guy. Shout out Robin Williams.
Why don't we have, we should have her on the show.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. I would love that.
She's great.
I love him so much. We'd have to also talk about her, not just him.
Well, yes. Should we get to a speak pipe?
Yes.
If you want to leave us a message, if you want to get advice from us, ask us a question, keep it brief. Brevity is key. And go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. This first one's from, I don't know.
Hi guys, love listening to the podcast. You guys are hilarious. I have a question for you. I've talked with my husband at length about this, but you guys feel like the brothers I always wanted, so I want your opinion. I have worked for a company, a small company, for 6 years now. I'm pregnant with my first baby and wondering what I should do once baby is here. This company has had its ups and downs over the years. Now I'm working remote for this company and I have to drive to the office once a week, maybe twice. It's an hour and a half away. This past year for Christmas, I got a Christmas bonus with air quotes of $100. And I'm just wondering if that's my sign to pursue freelance and contract work. I'm a graphic designer and have always thought about doing that. But is now the time to do that and shake things up? Or should I stay with a consistent salaried income? I guess I'm wondering, am I a spoiled millennial brat that thinks that I don't have to work a consistent job to support my family and that it's selfish to take this risk right now? Or should I do it because I'll be happier and potentially make more money doing freelance? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks, guys.
My first thought is that, boy, are you long-winded. No. Okay. So you do not shake things up right now. No. You work for this company. You keep your salary. I am going to assume, I hope you work for a good employer. It sounds like you do, that employer would give you insurance. Unless your husband gets insurance, and then maybe you can go off of his plan, but insurance is important. Don't take that for granted. And when you're freelance, you just never know. You're relying on clients, relying on them staying. It's just you. You can't slack. I feel like you in your job, you said you go in twice a week. Talk to them. Say, look, I'd like to work from home completely. I'm a young mom. I'm going to be able to do more if I don't have my 6 hours of commuting a week, and see what they say. I bet you they say yes.
And I hope you're getting paid well, because a $100 gift card to Amazon after 6 years at a company is a direct Christmas gift.
It's really bad. It's almost, I was thinking that. Why'd they give her anything? Right. Just say that the company can't do bonuses this year. Sorry. Like, we didn't do well enough. That's a fine thing to say. But $100 is worse. It's worse. Especially because, Josh, that 100 is taxed 50%. Bonuses are taxed at 50%. Freaking government.
And if you really want to do a shitty move, go on maternity leave, and on the last week, then leave. Yeah, that's not cool. But
no, it depends on how big the company is. I actually think it's incredibly cool if it's a huge company. I think it's really fucked up if it's a small company. If you work for Google, do that all day. Apple all day. Amazon all day. Mom and pop, if you work for Sprit Society and do that, it would be really depressing.
If you do that while we're doing our V8 collab launch, you are dead to us.
No. So,
by the way, with this Tom Holland making the the non-alcoholic beer, these moments, these mocktail moments, non-alcoholic, it's getting hot. When am I getting my collab request? This is so fucking clearly a layup. A non-alcoholic Sprit Society brought to you by your boy Josh Peck.
Great, we can do it. Pencil it. It's in.
Olivia,
I don't believe in non-alc, Josh.
I
don't
that
believe
you
in
and
it.
I will finish this pod and talk about how unenthusiastic he seemed. and how much that hurt.
Josh, I would rather. Do you really want a non-alcoholic?
No.
Let's talk about it, okay? I would do it if you wanted it.
I'd
rather. Don't you want soda? Don't you want something that tastes delicious? What am I making? These non-alcoholics, I don't get it, Josh. Why do you want beer that tastes like beer that doesn't get you drunk? I actually have a question. As somebody who's sober, if you had that, wouldn't you just want real beer?
It's a great question. I come from an old school meeting where I got sober was a bunch of old school guys, 40, 50 years sober. Their feeling was, and it doesn't matter because everyone can do whatever the frick they want. Their feeling was, don't drink O'Doul's or 0% beer, especially when you're getting sober, because you'll never lose the taste for it. And also, what are you going for here? It's not going to get you drunk.
Yes.
So I don't, but I know plenty of sober people who do. And funny enough, recently I was at a friend's house and I was at my friend's in-laws' house and they were like dead set on giving me a Heineken 0.0. And I'm like, I got 16 years sober. I don't want to offend these people. Okay, I'll have a sip. And I've had a sip here and there of 0% for like a movie or something when it has to look like beer in my glass. And I was like, this is delicious. It was crisp and refreshing, but I probably wouldn't make a habit of it.
I just think it's strange. I don't understand it. And like you're seeing full blown like non-alcoholic wine.
Well, that's juice. What about non-alcoholic tequila?
But they don't make it, Josh, taste like juice. They make it taste like wine, where it's bitter. Why do you want something? Like the tequila that you were just about to say, they make non-alc that burns your chest. Mm-hmm. You're drinking this and you still have a burn. The only benefit of the burn is that you're drunk. Yes. So, moral of the story, if you like non-alc, I would love to. Otherwise, let's make a soda for you. Let's make a coffee for you. Let's make something that you fucking love. Let's make egg salad sandwiches to go.
Yes.
Okay?
At gas stations.
Let's do it.
That's my fave.
Yeah, you got me hot and bothered. The non-alc thing, I just don't get it. Drink soda. What's wrong with seltzer? Ever heard of ginger ale?
Love. Oh, have you ever had the Canada Dry 0-calorie ginger ale?
Of course. Unbelievable.
Take me away.
Yeah, and especially you do the cranberry version. You ever have the cranberry?
Fabulous.
Unbelievable. I have a distinct memory. My grandma would buy it by the big bottle, and we'd sit in Queens at her table, and we'd drink that Red 40, and my mom would wonder, why haven't you gone to sleep?
I miss her.
Yeah, she's been dead a long time.
Babishka.
Yeah, good woman.
Next one.
Hey, Ben and Josh, your theme song is so amazing. The first time I heard it, I rewinded your intro and listened to it again because it's so freaking good.
Yes, Josh!
I also wanted to say that I recently watched a clip of Joan Rivers in an interview, and she said something along the lines of, life can be hard. If you can laugh to make it easier, do it. And if you can make someone laugh, it's like you're giving them a vacation. I feel like you guys do that for me and wanted to say thank you.
Oh my.
Also,
oh my God.
You might think my idea's nuts, and that's okay. But what if you changed the name Speak Pipe to Food for Thought? Love you guys. Bye.
I love this woman.
Me too.
By the way, another thing, Speak Pipes, okay? Leave us compliments, okay?
Yeah.
Come on. We'll play them.
I had to share that with you, although I think...
Josh, it was amazing. And everybody's probably like, what are these guys, nuts, playing a compliment out loud? No, we don't get them enough. You guys just consume. It's never how are you. It's what can you do for me today, okay?
Right.
How are you, Ben and Josh? You know, we're pretty great. But we're better now that we heard that lovely compliment that we made her day better. That's why we do it. It has nothing to do with the money. It's to make her day better. Just her. Honestly, Josh, we should stop running ads. We should stop putting this on the RSS feed. We should just do it for her. Me, you, and her in a living room.
God
an
bless
hour,
her.
2 hours a week. As long as we make her happy.
I would have...
Nothing else matters.
Next one from, I don't know.
Hi Hi guys, fellow moron here. I wanted your opinion on whether or not I'm being dramatic or petty in this situation. So I have an ex-best friend who I had been a part of key moments in their life, like them getting married. I gave a speech. I was the first friend to meet their firstborn son and several other key moments. Then when it was my turn to get married, she ended up saying no to being a bridesmaid and did not attend the wedding, didn't send a card, nothing. So after I asked her to be a bridesmaid, I hadn't heard from her since. Then now it's been over a year since I got married and I'm pregnant, and I posted about it on Facebook. She commented on it congratulating me. I liked everybody else's comment except for hers. I did not acknowledge the message because I just feel like it's rude to not talk to me for over 2 years and then comment congratulating me on my baby as if she's my friend still. So I guess I'm just wondering, do you guys think I'm dramatic or petty? Am I overreacting, or am I justified in my actions?
I think you have too much time on your hands. Look, I'm sorry, and if Olivia, Josh, you guys disagree with me, let me know. I think that this woman severely misread their friendship. If you invite somebody to be your bridesmaid, okay, you could think that you guys are really close. And they could say yes, but maybe they just weren't that close. It seems very strange to me. Or you offended her in some way. There's no way that all of a sudden she just cuts off communication for absolutely no reason. And then if you don't want somebody commenting on your photo, don't be their friend. If it was this Instagram, be private and unfollow them, or don't let them follow you. Like, I don't understand. I think get over it.
Olivia?
I think that I've just noticed this, like, with my, like, aunts and my mother. Like, some of them have had instances with friends that they've had since they were, like, in middle school, and those friendships have ended for, like, a number of different reasons. But one that I know happened was jealousy, and, like, not being able to, like, some relationship issues, but nobody, like, did anything wrong, really. But anyway, all that to say, like, it sounds like something happened that offended this friend, or, you know, perhaps maybe there was something that came up or that she didn't disclose to you. But I think that it's really, like, so it's really self-centered, I do think, to, like, comment something like that but not reach out personally after that much time. And it doesn't seem fair to say that publicly without, like, having ever giving an explanation for what the reason to, like, say no to such a big life event and then just, like, turn around and never speak again. It seems really weird.
No
Okay.
good.
Actually, I mean, I do have experience with it. I have a friend who was a groomsman at my wedding. I was not asked to be a groomsman at his wedding, but I recognized that when I got married, we were much closer than when he got married.
Sure.
Like, I don't know if that's the same situation, but 2 years is a long time. And it also kind of sounds like this girl she was upset that she wasn't included, or that the girl just declined and didn't say anything. It doesn't sound like she ever asked her why. Like, she didn't do what you did. What you did would piss me off. Somebody's upset at me. Tell me why you're upset at me, and then we can never speak again. But tell me. Tell me what I did wrong.
At least closure.
But if she never even asked, that's weird too. And maybe the girl just, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just, like, it sounds to me like it could just be, like, crazy miscommunication. Like, you never know what somebody else is going through. Maybe she declined, God forbid, because her grandmother passed away.
Totally.
And she couldn't go, and she forgot all about it, and she went to the funeral, and, you know, they just weren't really that close anymore, and they lost touch. And then she saw that she had a baby, so she wrote congrats. Like, you never know what somebody else is going through and thinking. I'm not saying that that's the situation, but without asking, you'll never know.
Right.
How stupid would she feel? She goes to that girl. She's like, by the way, what the fuck happened 2 years ago where you declined? Oh, I'm so sorry. My mother was hit by a car. How fucking stupid would she feel? God forbid.
It's a hard.
No?
It's a hard balance. Olivia, tell me what you think. I like, not that I had very like super long-term relationships before my wife, but the one or two girls that I dated before my wife, like we would break up and I was the one who instigated the breakup, and I liked them as people very much, and I would always feel bad, and like their birthdays would be 3 or 6 months or even a year after we broke up, and I would ask friends, I'd be like, can I like wish them a happy birthday, or can I like send them flowers? And unanimously people are like, fucking no. Like, leave them alone. You broke up with them. It's hurtful. Like, and
Of course.
right. And like, I have a buddy who I went to high school with, and his name's Crazy Steve. And no, I'm kidding. But I have like buddies who I was like, we were thick as thieves throughout as teenagers and in our 20s, and then we've totally lost touch. And like, I've seen from afar that he had a baby and he's married and he moved, and I'm like so happy for him. But it would be, I want to say I'm so happy for you, dude. I love you, man. Like, even though we never see or will talk to each other, but it'd be too weird to reach out, I think.
So maybe I'm that person, because I see an event from somebody that I was really close to a full-blown decade ago, where I feel in my heart I'm so unbelievably happy that you are married and you had a baby, and I'm sorry that we lost touch, but I still love you.
Yeah.
Like, we're not friends anymore, but just because we're nothing happened, at least from my perspective. And like, you have those people that you grew up with that you just love. Like, if I saw them, I would want to give them a huge hug. Maybe that's just me. Maybe they want to maybe they don't want to hug me if they saw me, but I don't know.
But isn't it great? But then there are those great friends, like, I would say it was like you and I before we started the pod, where like we would talk quarterly, or if you were in LA or I was in New York, we would make sure to have a meal, and it was great. Like, I love you and I love seeing you. But it was like, and I believe that if we didn't do the pod, like, we probably would have grown closer, but like, I think we could have had that forever. Where it's
Totally.
like, Ben's one of my best friends. I talk to him 4 times a year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I do. And those are the best types of friends.
Totally.
Those are the low maintenance friends. Those are the ones that understand. It comes back to what I said before. Like, you never know what somebody else is going through. Like, some people are so neurotic and selfish that they can't think that the reason why maybe you have an attitude problem is because you're going through something, not because you hate me. Like, I hate that. I hate that with people. Like, oh, you didn't respond to my text. What, like, I didn't respond to your text, not because of you. I didn't respond to your text because I was busy. I was doing something. It was an accident. Call me tomorrow. I'll pick up. Like, yeah. When those people that are just like, and I have these people too, where they just like, they always assume that you're angry at them.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, man, life's busy. I'm not angry at you.
Shout out, it's funny you say that. It reminds me of my good buddy who's one of my best friends who listens to the pod, you know who you are, and who recently I couldn't get back to him for a day, and he was feeling slightly emo and said, hey, not sure if I did anything. And I'm like, you didn't. I just have children. Love you. I will call you ASAP. But he recently has told me that he's been dating girls who, when they are canoodling, they have asked to film their canoodles, and they leave his face out. He's pretty laissez-faire. He doesn't mind. And I think it's 100% they are filming it for OnlyFans. And he's like, no. I'm like, I don't think that's a new kink. I think they're monetizing hooking up with you.
He has multiple girls doing this?
More than 1 or 2. Olivia, love your thoughts.
Yeah, he's probably meeting them at like an OnlyFans luncheon, and he's like, it can't be.
No,
it's impossible.
He's meeting them at the AVNs. No,
no, they're definitely doing it for them. No, dude, it's multiple girls doing it. They all know each other, and you're on the internet.
No, but like on date, yeah, maybe they have a Reddit forum, but like
they must have a Reddit forum
on Hinge
or
whatever on OnlyFans or not OnlyFans on like dating apps. I'm so old, but
On
so
Red
you
Note.
think the word is out?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god!
Absolutely. Josh,
Can we
come
call
on.
him?
Multiple girls are asking him separately to film sex.
Can we call him?
Yeah.
Call him.
But
Call him.
they won't hear you, Ben. But whatever. I'll relay. Oh my god. Oh well, we're gonna know who it is now. Oh my god. My dog. Okay, listen. You're on the podcast right now. Feel free. I can cut this out. Do we have permission to record you?
Are you kidding me? I've been waiting for this moment.
Okay, Ben, are you hearing this?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
But he can't hear me, right?
You can't hear Ben. We're not that technologically sound yet, but I brought you up in a vague way. And Ben
Wait,
has
put him into your headphones.
what?
Flip
you can
one
put
ear
his-
around.
Okay, but okay, I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna try to make it so that Ben can hear. You can hear Ben. Hold on. Oh my God! Wait, Jesus Christ!
Come over.
What the fuck is happening? Oh my God! Hold on. All right. This is a big moment. Okay, I can't hear anything anymore. What is happening?
Gosh, what if I'm not funny?
No, you're funny. You're funny, Dave. Okay, I just want. Okay, Ben, talk for a sec.
Okay.
Ben,
Well, give him context, Josh.
can you hear him? No, you can't. Right?
No.
Okay, I'm
fuck it.
gonna
Fuck it.
relay. I'm gonna relay.
You know
I'm
it.
gonna
Okay, relay.
Okay, here we go. All right. So really quickly, Dave, I told Ben that you have been going out on dates with girls and canoodling with more than one girl who has asked to film you guys hooking up.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Okay. And I think it's because they are recording it and monetizing the canoodles for their OnlyFans. And Ben said, you're clearly on a message board, or like the word is out. Like this isn't a coincidence.
Oh my god! Like what? Like Reddit or something?
He's being hunted. You're being hunted, dude.
I'm okay. Ben, you talk and I will repeat.
Okay, you are being hunted.
You're being
This is
hunted.
not normal.
Not normal.
You think that you're just so lucky that you
think
just
you're
like
just so
find
lucky?
all these women that want to film having sex with you
You think you're so lucky you just found all these women who want to have sex with you? No.
on camera.
I don't know. I think it could be some type of Gen Z revolution, and I'm not trying to like corner myself in the age range on dating, but like I don't know. It's only like 2 years that it's been happening. Like it's insane. And I'm not even talking about like the second or third date once we get to know each other, like first time we're hooking up, like, hey, like I've always wanted to film, like
Yeah, dude. The word's out.
Ben says, yeah, dude, the word's out.
where in which the word would be out? Like,
What?
like on Loveline or on Reddit? I actually had a girl tell me that they looked me up on Reddit to see if there was any bad stories. So maybe it's in the same message board.
Yeah, maybe it's old school. Maybe it's on like a bathroom wall.
Did Ben connect the dots from the previous episode about your mystery story?
Ben,
Sorry,
this is nuts,
sorry,
right?
hang on. Yeah, sorry. My TikTok account was just hacked. Claudia texted me, so
Oh, you've been hacked?
I've been hacked. How do I change my password?
What's nuts is that when I ask them to send me the video, they don't do it.
They won't send you the video? Oy vey.
I'm like, let me get a copy. And they're like, it's like, they don't send it.
Here, Ben's dealing with his TikTok account being hacked because people are sick. People are sick. So I'll let Olivia weigh in on this. What do you think that these floozies aren't sending him the videos?
It's not right that they're not sending you the video. You were in it. You're participating. You should have access to that footage as well. I have no idea why they would be doing that, or like what the, like where, or like what, you said it's happening on the first date?
Yeah, like not the first date,
What?
but the first hookup.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
like it'll be the first time we're
What the fuck does that mean?
sexual with each other, and like they're like, want to film, and I'm like, sure, like. But there's
Claudia,
another issue
I'm
with
sorry to
it.
interrupt.
If they
Claudia,
don't
I literally
take
changed my password, Josh.
residuals, and two, it's like that's my property too because I'm 50% of this this production.
Dave, will you come in person and we can do this the right way? Because I really think we need to do this the right way and make this a whole segment and maybe bring in some experts.
Let me know.
I love you. Goodbye.
I love you.
Bye. Well, okay, now. Oh, I'm sorry. OnlyFans isn't as interesting as your hacked TikTok account. Go, Ben.
I wasn't hacked.
I just hung up on my friend.
I just changed my password frantically. I wasn't even hacked, and I don't even understand. Claudia texted me. She's like, "Ignore Maddie, my sister, respectfully, blank. You're not being hacked." I'm like, "What?"
Hey, Vay. Well, that's your what are you nuts?
Wait,
what are you nuts moment of the week? What?
Wait, no. My sister commented on my last TikTok, and somebody wrote back, "Thanks, heart, for your love and support towards my career, sweetheart. Kindly message me privately to chat." I definitely was hacked.
But that's if they commented on your thing, that maybe that's just like an impersonator in one of those accounts that look just like your real account. Click on it,
Okay.
and it might go to an unverified fake.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you think I have... Oh, okay. All right. Whatever.
That's it.
Sorry, folks. Sorry.
You've made
My
it.
My God. Holy
This
crap.
one was
Somebody...
unhinged.
Wow. This is an amazing episode, Josh. This was fantastic. And we still have What Are You Nuts?
Would you want that to be your what are you nuts?
Yeah, that's my What Are You Nuts? Was I hacked? Was I not hacked? I missed all of Kid David. We're here talking about him having sex on camera. I'm changing my TikTok account frantically. That's nuts. What are you nuts?
He'll come in person. Yet again, another wonderful thing that I can't wait to just have gripes about with you when you have your beautiful child, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Kids' birthday parties, you pay per head. Kids, when they get to my son's age, 5, 6, 7, it's assumed they have siblings. When you are invited to a children's birthday party, and it says on the invitation, we kindly ask you not to bring siblings. If you bring said sibling, when on the invitation it says, we kindly ask, leave your little nebbish child at home. Turn on Cocoa Melon. Give him some fruit snacks and leave the little pisser at home. Figure it out. Or I know what here we go. Josh is going to get beat up because what are we going to do with the other child? What if we don't have anyone to watch the other child? You drop off the child who's been invited, and then you take the little whippersnapper and you sit in the car with them. How about that? They don't get to enjoy the festivities. They were not invited. It was said, you cannot come. What are you, nuts?
It's nuts. It's nuts.
It's
like
nuts,
if you...
no?
Of course it is. It's like if I was invited to a wedding and I decided to bring my sister, Claudia, and my sister's fiance.
Yes.
No, I was invited. This is nuts. Just because they're all young, who knows? It's still an inaccurate count for pizza. Kids are going to be hungry. Kids are going to be hungry, okay? It's an inaccurate, maybe you paid per head for the laser tag or for the Charles Entertainment cheese.
Yes.
Or for Dave and Buster's. They run out of tickets.
Scooter's
If
Jungle.
anything, you can't just show up. If anything, Josh, call ahead. Say, hi, I know that it says on the invitation, no siblings. I would really appreciate it if the sibling could come. And then if you want to be a cocksucker, you can say no. But because they asked you,
no,
you're probably going to say yes.
We set precedents. And listen, I'm sorry. There's no room at Charles Entertainment Cheese for little Aiden.
No, too young. Too young. That's another thing. Be age appropriate, okay? Be age appropriate. This is a 6-year-old's birthday party. Don't throw in your 2-year-old randomly. What are they going to do?
Listen, my wife and I, we did not specify for my son Max's birthday because we wanted the siblings to come because we've got it like that. But some don't got it like that. Ben, take us home.
Some don't got it like that. Folks, this This is the end of that episode. Excuse
Oh
me.
my God!
If
I
not
have to
5
pee
stars,
so bad.
if not 5 stars, I'll do it quickly. If not 5 stars, what are you nuts? Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your
I'm
podcasts. Watch us on YouTube.
peeing.
Share our clips. Watch our YouTube shorts, TikTok and Instagram, Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.
Love
Go
you.
take a big whiz.
Love you, man. Goodbye.
Amazing.
Wait. Are you still recording on your side?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, are you still recording on this side?
Uh-huh.
Okay, everything's up.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be for a separate episode, but I figure whether we want to air it or not, it'll be fun to have it recorded. Ben, Paige is pregnant.
Ah, yes. Excellent. Oh, that's so exciting.
Thanks, guys.
How far along are we?
She's been pregnant since October, but we didn't want to say anything because you guys are having your first, and we didn't want to like take anything away from you guys. So,
My God, that is so exciting.
thanks, guys.
Oh my God.
I know. I could cry. We're both fathers. We're so lucky, Ben.
So
I'm so
many
happy
kids.
for you too, bro.
So many kids. And I can't believe that you kept it. This is amazing. This is amazing. And now we need to give Paige flowers for like a million episodes. But that is,
I don't
wow.
know. Like she's starting to show, so we've started to really tell people. And you know, again, I just wanted you to have your moment because having your first is so special. And I don't know when we'll air this, but I thought it'd be fun to just have, and we can throw it on an episode whenever we want.
have it. Then this is a great YouTube short.
Oh
Love
my
you.
God, this is the best one. Now we just have to
This
figure
is
out
it.
how to extend it to 8 minutes so we can do mid-roll ads. Oh my gosh. If I have another boy, it's going to be, we're not going to find out the gender because we don't ever find out. So
Yeah, until a nurse ruins it.
yeah.
Until-
Oh my God, it's definitely going to happen, but it's
God.
wild.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you both. I'm so
BH.
excited. Nachas, BH, Nachas.
Nah, it's such a. I mean, can you believe this? You and I,
No.
we're walking with the strollers in tandem down Fifth Avenue.
No, it's unbelievable. We're going to need a bus.
I know.
We're going to need a bus. It's great.
I mean, I'm just glad you're giving birth first, so I can fly in for the bris. I love a
Same.
spread.
Yes,
Oh
and-
my God! If you haven't eaten till you've been to a good,
And you know I'm putting out a spread. Oh man, am I putting out a spread?
Walk us through, because I'm down to make this 8 minutes. Walk us
Okay.
through the spread for your child's bris.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna
This
have to.
BH,
My
BH,
child
BH.
care for 3 children. I'm nervous.
God
this
willing,
is Josh nervous.
God willing, BH, we have a bris. We have a bris. You're
BH,
gonna walk
BH.
in. You're gonna walk in. The moil, snip, cry, done. We're getting to the spread.
Done.
During that though, I'm going to give a wonderful speech. Wonderful speech.
Ooh, what's that
We'll
gonna
name
look
the
like?
baby. You're going to hear me talk about the baby's name, why we chose it, how important family is to us, how thankful I am for our friends, how thankful I am for this life, this baby, upbringing, etc. It'll be wonderful. Then we're going to move over and we are going to go for the spread. Okay, we are talking. First and foremost, there will be an omelet station. Okay, you can make your own omelet. We're then going to move over. There's going to be like some classic hot dishes. We'll have like a French toast. We'll have a pancake, etc. But in the middle, this is a bagel bar like you've never seen. We're talking everything. We're even going to throw in the bialys, but we're talking plain sesame, poppy, everything, onion, garlic, bialys.
Maybe
okay?
a butter
Bagels and
fountain,
bialys.
like the chocolate fountain. And you just do a
Aye,
quick
yes.
drive-by.
Yes, a drive-by, butter up your bagel. We're talking every type of cream cheese you can imagine.
Maybe you do bagel spin art. Okay, hear me out.
Ooh.
Throw the
yes.
bagel on the machine. You're shooting
I
it
lo-
with cream cheese from every angle.
I love it. I love it. And we'll throw in a couple of nice pieces of beautiful lox, Josh.
Oh, God, gorgeous.
Lox. We're going Grav lox, which is lox with dill. We're going regular lox. We're going pastrami lox. Okay,
Yes.
thinly sliced vegetables, every vegetable you can possibly think of. Of course, we're going to have one of those rotating toasters.
Yes.
There will be toasted bagels if you want toasted. None of this hard, cold shit. Okay, and then we're going to have tuna. We're going to have whitefish. We're going to have herring. I'm not a herring guy. Maybe you are. Some sable, some beautiful pickled fish.
No one's a herring guy who's been born after 1970.
But the herring will be there in case you want it.
Does it have to be? What grandparent are you supplying the herring for?
Just whoever shows up, whoever's there, somebody's gonna need a herring, and then we're gonna have a gorgeous, just table of desserts. We're talking everything from black and white cookies to eclairs to we're doing rainbow cookies. I demand a rainbow cookie.
I love a rainbow cookie.
I demand it, and then of course a hot coffee bar,
I like
iced
things
coffee.
that are delicious and also show I'm an ally.
Yes,
You know?
rainbow cookie.
Yes.
Hot coffee, iced coffee bar, both of them, and of course a fresh squeezed juice station. Josh, would you like fresh squeezed orange, or perhaps you'd like to go something more tropical and try our fresh squeezed mango juice?
No, fresh squeezed mango juice. What are we in the Turks and Caicos?
That's right. Yeah, we are.
Fresh
we are.
I thought you were going to say fresh grapefruit juice, which you know could kill me. I'm on cholesterol meds. But
it also, imagine, oh my God, the heartburn from a sip of fresh grapefruit juice.
I love grapefruit juice. You do a 50-50 grapefruit orange split? Take me away.
It is just, whew, it's delicious. My favorite, cranberry orange. Now that's a drink.
You know
you
what?
Go 80% orange, Josh, 20% cranberry. You feel like you're in the Bahamas.
Or my healthy soda option, which is a club soda with a splash. I'll do a splash of any juice. Apple, cranberry. Yeah, have you ever had Pog juice?
No, what's Pog?
Passion fruit, orange, guava.
Delicious.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm all in. I love that.
And then maybe next to the juice bar, you have a station, because it's a Jewish event, called like the Prilosec station, the Tum station, you know?
Yes. We're also going to have tattoo removal in case somebody made a mistake.
Yes, sponsored by Deuteronomy.
We're gonna have a buy your own plot table where you can you can sign your will and pick your stone.
Love it.
And of course, we're gonna have somebody signing you up for the bank. My Chase Bank rep will be there. He's there to sign you up. I don't get a commission, nothing. It's
Yes.
just, he's there just in case. Just in case.
We'll have a raffle for a new Lexus.
Yeah.
This clip has done more bad things for the Jewish race. We have perpetuated more
It started off
stereotypes.
with I'm pregnant, and all of a sudden we got to Jews in the banks.
There goes our sponsor on this one. I guess this clip isn't sponsored by AG1.
It might be. It could be. You never know. Are we at 8 minutes?
Yeah, I think we are. Anyway,
Okay.
Benjamin, I love you. I'm so
I love you.
darn happy for you, and I'm happy for us. We're very
I'm so darn
lucky
happy for
men.
you. This is your moment. Stop congratulating me. This is you.
No,
Mazal Tov.
this is our
Thank
wives'
God.
moments, because
Yes.
they are incredible. It's no easy task, and I have
No.
3 children now. My life is over, so that's it.
No,
I'm just
Josh, your
doing-
life is just beginning.
It's gonna be.
The H.
Well, we'll see.
The H.
We'll see.
The H.
Yeah.